Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Naresh Mago and with me is Manoj Singh Rana with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country has given a befitting reply to forces trying to divide the nation. In his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister urges people to go for local products during festive shopping. COVID-19 recovery rate touches 90%. Paddy procurement gains momentum during ongoing Kharif marketing season. Over 144 lakh tons paddy procured so far. Festival of Dussehra is being celebrated across the country. And in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 8 wickets in Dubai. Another match between Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians underway at Abu Dhabi. As the nation fights the COVID-19 pandemic, we begin with a message of caution to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. Now the news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the country has given a befitting reply every time to the forces which continuously try to sow the seeds of suspicion in people's minds and divide the country. He was addressing the nation through his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio this morning. Giving the motto of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, Mr. Modi urged everyone to visit the website ekbharat.gov.in. The Prime Minister also asked people to share recipes of local food items along with the names of local ingredients on the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat website.
हमें निरंतर अपनी क्रिएटिविटी से, प्रेम से, हर पल प्रयास पूर्वक अपने छोटे से छोटे कामों में एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के खूबसूरत रंगों को सामने लाना है, एकता के नए रंग भरने हैं और हर नागरिक को भरने हैं। इस संदर्भ में मैं आप सबसे एक वेबसाइट देखने का आग्रह करता हूं, ekbharat.gov.in.
Driving home the message of unity in diversity, Mr. Modi said, pilgrimage in itself knits India in a common thread. The chain of Jyotirling and Shaktipeeth binds India with the common thread. He said the centers of faith established from Tripura to Gujarat and from Jammu and Kashmir to Tamil Nadu unite people as one. He pointed out that the Bhakti movement became a mass movement throughout India, uniting people through devotion. The Prime Minister said, Pulwama in Kashmir is playing an important role in educating the entire country. He said that India used to import wood for pencils from abroad, but now Pulwama is making the country self-sufficient in the field of pencil making.
आज देश भर में बच्चे अपना होमवर्क करते हैं, नोट्स बनाते हैं, तो कहीं न कहीं इसके पीछे पुलवामा के लोगों की कड़ी मेहनत भी है। कश्मीर घाटी पूरे देश की करीब 90% पेंसिल स्लेट लकड़ी की पट्टी की मांग को पूरा करती है और उसमें बहुत बड़ी हिस्सेदारी पुलवामा की है।
Mr. Modi said many instances of technology-based service delivery were explored in the country during the lockdown. He cited the example of a self-help group of women in Jharkhand who accomplished this feat. These women worked to deliver vegetables and fruits to households directly from the fields of farmers. They got an app, Ajivika Farm Fresh, designed through which people could directly order vegetables to be delivered at their homes.
इस पूरे प्रयास से किसानों को अपनी सब्जियां और फलों के अच्छे दाम मिले और लोगों को भी फ्रेश सब्जियां मिलती रही। वहां आजीविका फार्म फ्रेश ऐप का आइडिया बहुत पॉपुलर हो रहा है। लॉकडाउन में इन्होंने 50 लाख रुपए से भी ज्यादा के फल सब्जियां लोगों तक पहुंचाई हैं।
The Prime Minister also mentioned Atul Patidar of Barwani in Madhya Pradesh, who connected 4,000 farmers in his area through the digital medium. The Prime Minister spoke about Pon Mariyappan from Thoothukudi in Tamil Nadu, whose passion is to share the joys of reading and writing with others. Mariyappan runs a salon.
अपने सैलून के एक हिस्से को ही पुस्तकालय बना दिया है। यदि व्यक्ति सैलून में अपनी बारी का इंतजार करने के दौरान वहां कुछ पढ़ता है और जो पढ़ा है उसके बारे में थोड़ा लिखता है तो पोन मरियप्पन जी उस ग्राहक को डिस्काउंट देते हैं।
Mr. Modi also cited a few other examples of how people are sharing their passion of reading with others. Usha Dubey, a teacher from Singrauli in Madhya Pradesh, has turned a scooty into a mobile library. In Chandigarh, Sandeep Kumar, who runs an NGO, has set up a mobile library in a minivan. Through this, poor children are given books to read free of cost. The Prime Minister said there are 2 organizations in Bhavnagar, Gujarat, which are doing marvelous work in this field. The Vikas Vartul Trust is very helpful for students who are preparing for competitive exams. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged the people of the country to give priority to local products while shopping during this festive season. Mr. Modi asked everyone to remember the resolve of vocal for local.
त्योहारों की ये उमंग और बाजार की चमक एक दूसरे से जुड़ी हुई है, लेकिन इस बार जब आप खरीदारी करने जाएं तो वोकल फॉर लोकल का अपना संकल्प अवश्य याद रखें। बाजार से सामान खरीदते समय हमें स्थानीय उत्पादों को प्राथमिकता देनी है।
The Prime Minister said the whole world is becoming a fan of Indian products. He stressed that many local products have the potential of becoming global and gave the example of Khadi.
हमारे कई लोकल प्रोडक्ट्स में ग्लोबल होने की बहुत बड़ी शक्ति है। जैसे एक उदाहरण है खादी का। लंबे समय तक खादी सादगी की पहचान रही है, लेकिन हमारी खादी आज इको फ्रेंडली फैब्रिक के रूप में जानी जा रही है। स्वास्थ्य के दृष्टि से ये बॉडी फ्रेंडली फैब्रिक है, ऑल वेदर फैब्रिक है और आज खादी फैशन स्टेटमेंट तो बन ही रही है। खादी की पॉपुलैरिटी तो बढ़ ही रही है, साथ ही दुनिया में कई जगह खादी बनाई भी जा रही है।
Mr. Modi greeted the people on the auspicious occasion of Vijay Dashmi, that is Dashera. He said the festival of Dashera is about triumph of truth over untruth, as also a victory of patience over crises. He asked people to exercise patience and observe restraint during this crisis-laden period of corona. He asked everyone to wear masks, keep washing hands with soap and maintain 2 yards of social distance while enjoying the festive season. The Prime Minister said one should remember the time of lockdown in the midst of this festive celebration. Mr. Modi also asked people to remember the brave soldiers who are guarding country's borders and light a lamp in their honour. The Prime Minister said Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birth anniversary will be celebrated on the 31st of October. This day is also known as National Unity Day. He also said that he will attend many events on the 31st of October to be held in and around the historic Statue of Unity in Kevadia. The Prime Minister said that Sikh Gurus too have enriched the spirit of unity through their lives and noble deeds. The holy sites of Sikhs include Nanded Sahib and Patna Sahib Gurudwaras. The Prime Minister stated that many indigenous sports have attracted attention the world over, just like our spirituality, yoga and Ayurveda. He highlighted that Malkham too is gaining popularity in many countries. He said when Chinmay Patankar and Pragya Patankar decided to teach Malkham out of their home in America, they had no idea how successful it would be. Chinmay Patankar and Pragya Patankar are taking efforts to popularize Malkham in the USA. Our Pune correspondent spoke with the Patankars.
Americans are known for their intelligence in the US. Large corporations are run by Indians and their CEOs are also Indians. Me and my team are trying to promote Indian-originated sports Mallakham in the US. We will continue to do that. We have kept many targets to make Mallakham as American youth preferred sport. We are also trying to bring American sports research methods in Indian games.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for encouraging local products during his today's Mann Ki Baat program has evoked much enthusiasm among people from Telangana. Sirisha, a resident of Vanaparthi district, says the vocal for local call fascinated her and she is proud to be an Indian where Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was born. She said the examples given specially of self-help groups are very inspiring.
I am very proud to be born as an Indian where the greatest Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was born, who strived for the country till his last breath. As mentioned by the Prime Minister, the work of self-help groups who created online market for the farmers is inspiring for everyone.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today asserted that India wants the Indo-China border tension to end and ensure that peace is preserved. And at the same time, India will not let anyone take even an inch of our land. Mr. Singh made these remarks after performing Shastra Puja at Sukna War Memorial in Darjeeling, West Bengal. Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narvane was also present at the occasion. The Defence Minister said India wants that the Indo-China border tension should end and peace should be preserved. He said India is persistent on its goal of peace.
इस समय भारत और चीन की सीमा पर भी जो तनाव चल रहा है, भारत तो ये चाहता है कि यह तनाव समाप्त हो, शांति स्थापित हो। उद्देश्य हमारा ये है। लेकिन कभी-कभी कुछ ऐसी नापाक हरकतें होती रहती हैं। लेकिन मैं पूरी तरह से आश्वस्त हूं और आश्वस्त ही नहीं हूं, मुझे पूरा भरोसा भी है कि हमारे सेना के जवान किसी भी सूरत में अपने भारत की 1 इंच भी जमीन किसी दूसरे के हाथों में नहीं जाने देंगे।
The government today said that paddy procurement has gained momentum during the ongoing Kharif marketing season, showing an increase of 23% over the last year. The Agriculture Ministry said government continues to procure Kharif crops at its MSP from farmers as per the MSP schemes. The ministry said over 144 lakh tons of paddy was procured till yesterday against last year's corresponding purchase of around 117 lakh tons in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, Chandigarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Gujarat and Kerala. Of the total procurement, Punjab alone has contributed more than 65%. About 12,41,000 farmers have already benefited with an MSP value of 27,298 crore rupees. The central team visiting various Kaveri Delta districts in Tamil Nadu will be submitting its report on the moisture content in paddy procured in various direct procurement centres day after tomorrow. Yatindra Jain, head of the 4-member team which is visiting various Delta districts including Tanjavur, Nagai and Tiruvarur, told reporters in Tanjavur that the samples will be sent to the regional office of the Food Corporation of India in Chennai.
Government has also extended the due date for filing GST annual return in Form GSTR 9 and GSTR 9A and reconciliation statement in Form GSTR 9C for the financial year 2018-19 from the 31st of October to the 31st of December 2020. The filing of annual return of Forms GSTR 9 and GSTR 9A for 2018-19 is optional for taxpayers who had aggregate turnover below 2 crore rupees. With a view to provide more time to taxpayers for furnishing of income tax returns, the central government has extended the deadline for filing returns by individual taxpayers for the financial year 2019-20 till the 31st of December this year. Earlier, the tax filing deadline was the 30th of November.
In Bihar, campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in 71 assembly constituencies spread over 16 districts will end tomorrow evening. In this phase, several constituencies are Naxal violence affected and sensitive from the security point of view. Meanwhile, in the last leg of campaigning, star campaigners and senior leaders are making a last-ditch effort to woo the voters. A report.
JDU President and Chief Minister Nitish Kumar said that he is not tired and always remains dedicated in service of state. Senior BJP leaders Ashwini Kumar Chaube, Radha Mohan Singh, Manoj Tiwari and Raghuvar Das addressed rallies in poll-bound constituencies. Union Minister Ashwini Kumar Chaube addressed a public meeting in Ramgarh. He claimed people of Bihar outrightly rejected the Grand Alliance in this election. RJD leader Tejasvi Prasad Yadav addressed multiple rallies. Addressing a public meeting in Gaya, Mr. Yadav claimed that the Grand Alliance will get rid of Bihar from misrule of NDA. Jan Adhikar Party leader Pappu Yadav said the NDA has lost faith in the people. Leaders of left parties also held several election rallies and road shows. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Patna.
You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country has given a befitting reply to forces trying to divide the nation. In his Man Ki Baat program, Prime Minister urges people to go for local products during festive shopping. COVID-19 recovery rate touches 90%. Paddy procurement gains momentum during ongoing Kharif marketing season. Over 144 lakh tons paddy procured so far. Festival of Dashera is being celebrated across the country. And in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 8 wickets in Dubai. Another match between Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians underway at Abu Dhabi. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे।
अरे भाई सुना तुमने? अरे इस मुश्किल समय में सरकार ने हम कामगारों की मदद के लिए एक और बड़ा कदम उठाया है।
कौन सा कदम?
पात्रता के नियमों में छूट के साथ ESIC ने अटल बीमित व्यक्ति कल्याण योजना के तहत मिलने वाली राहत राशि को बढ़ाकर दुगना कर दिया है। हाँ,
अच्छा, पात्रता की शर्तों को पूरा करने वाले जरूरतमंद बीमित व्यक्ति राहत के लिए ऑनलाइन दावा www.esic.in पर करें। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने नजदीकी ESIC शाखा कार्यालय से संपर्क करें या फिर टोल फ्री नंबर 1800-112526 पर कॉल करें।
India crossed a significant milestone in its fight against COVID as the recovery rate reached 90% yesterday. Over 70,78,000 patients have recovered from this highly infectious disease in the country so far. The active caseload of the country has also fallen below 8.5%. The total positive cases in the country today stand at 6,68,154. That comprises merely 8.49% of the total reported cases. Nearly 62,000 patients recovered and were discharged in the last 24 hours, whereas the new confirmed cases reported in the same time span stood at around 50,000. Health Minister Harshvardhan has expressed the hope that COVID-19 vaccine will be made available in the country by January next year. Speaking at a program on DD News, Dr. Vardhan said there are 3 vaccine candidates in India, out of which one is at the advanced stage of clinical trial of phase 3.
भारत में 30 वैक्सीन कैंडिडेट्स हैं। सारे दुनिया में 9 वैक्सीन कैंडिडेट्स एडवांस्ड ट्रायल्स में हैं, जिसमें से 3 भारत के एडवांस्ड स्टेजेस में हैं। एक तो क्लिनिकल फेज 3 के एडवांस्ड में है और 2 जो है फेज 2 के एडवांस्ड में थे। अब उसमें से भी एक फेज 3 में चला गया। तीनों के माध्यम से हमें उम्मीद है कि जनवरी के अंदर तो डेफिनेटली हमारे को वैक्सीन उपलब्ध हो जाएगी। और हमने सारी जो तैयारियां जिस प्रकार से की हैं, इफ ऑल गोज वेल, तो जून जुलाई से पहले हमें 400 से 500 मिलियन डोजेज उपलब्ध हो जाएंगी।
The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has said that the first phase of the clinical trial of the Oxford University's COVID vaccine candidate in Mumbai is over, and from tomorrow onwards it will start the second phase of its trial by giving the second injection to each of the volunteers who received the first shot. More in this report.
According to BMC's Additional Municipal Commissioner Dr. Suresh Kakani, the trial has been going on at BMC's KEM Hospital, Parel and Nair Hospital. Each hospital had 100 volunteers who participated in the trial. Kakani said that the vaccine was given in batches of 3 or 4 volunteers whose identity was not revealed in accordance with the Ethics Committee's rule. He informed that the second shot has to be given after 28 days. The trial is a joint effort by Oxford University, Pharma Major AstraZeneca and Pune-based Serum Institute of India, which will make it. Nivedita, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Jammu and Kashmir, District Administration Gandarbal organized a colourful musical thematic evening at Manasbal today. Based on Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign, several cultural programs were presented by the prominent artists of the Kashmir Valley. More from our correspondent.
The program witnessed overwhelming participation of the prominent persons of the district, besides a huge gathering of locals from adjoining areas of Manasbal. On the occasion, Deputy Commissioner Gandarbal Shafkat Iqbal said that it is our collective responsibility to groom and nurture our girl child in the same manner as is done in the case of a male child. He also felicitated the participants who performed in the said program and appreciated their endeavour for highlighting the importance of educating and securing a girl child. This is Sunil Kohl, AR News from Srinagar.
The festival of Vijayadashmi in Dussehra, which marks the triumph of good over evil, was celebrated today amid COVID-19 restrictions. In the national capital Delhi, effigies of Ravan, Kumbhakarn and Meghnad were burnt in different places, but with a very little attendance of people due to the restrictions. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu have greeted the people on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended greetings to the countrymen on the occasion of Mahanavami. In Uttarakhand, the date of closing of portals in 4 shrines for the winter season has been announced on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashmi. Uttarakhand Char Dham Devasthanam Management Board said today that this year the portals of Badrinath Temple will be closed for winter on November 19. The portals of Gangotri will be closed on November 15 and portals of Yamunotri and Kedarnath shrines will be closed on November 16. In IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 8 wickets at Dubai International Stadium. Chasing a target of 146 runs, Chennai Super Kings scored 150 runs for 2 wickets with 8 balls to spare. Earlier, Royal Challengers elected to bat and scored 145 for 6 in stipulated 20 overs. In the second match, Mumbai Indians won 138 for 4 in 17 overs against Rajasthan Royals at Abu Dhabi.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have a mainly clear sky with the temperature hovering between 17 and 32 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will see a partly cloudy sky. The lower level of temperature in the metropolis will be 27 and the upper level will be 33. Chennai is likely to see a thunderstorm with rain. The temperature will oscillate between 25 and 33. Kolkata is expected to have a partly cloudy sky. Gilgit will see a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening with temperature hovering between 5 to 18 degrees Celsius. In Muzaffarabad, the lower limit of temperature will be 10 degrees Celsius while the upper limit 30 degrees. The sky will be mainly clear.
And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country has given a befitting reply to forces trying to divide the nation. In his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister urges people to go for local products during festive shopping. COVID-19 recovery rate touches 90%. Paddy procurement gains momentum during ongoing Kharif marketing season. Over 144 lakh tons paddy procured so far. Festival of Dussehra is being celebrated across the country. And in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 8 wickets in Dubai. Another match between Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians underway at Abu Dhabi. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website, newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.